Hey everyone, happy Black Friday. It is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA, and we're going to talk about Legacy Livestock Auction. They have got one heck of a lineup for Saturday. That is November the 25th in Thurmont, Maryland. Take a look at their online catalog and their Facebook page if you haven't already. Wow, they have got lots to talk about. A great set of horses at a wonderful barn with a long history. If you are new to Legacy Livestock, definitely want to check that out. You can find them on Facebook. If you are on Facebook, Legacy Livestock Auction, definitely give their page a like and a share if you would. And further, and this goes to all the businesses that you want to support, this is a free way to support your businesses, guys, that you follow. Click on those little dots over in the right hand corner and click invite friends. Bam, you've just helped out a small business. Sure appreciate it if you could do that for us. But back to these horses. So the sale is going to kick off at 12 noon on Saturday with TAC. TAC is for in-person bidding only, and they will have plenty of new and used. And then at 4 o'clock, it is horse time, and they also will be selling 350 bales of hay, and the hay will be available for online bidding. So the reason that I'm doing this video is to go over the online bidding specifically, what it is, how to do it, all that good stuff. So let's get to it. First and foremost, online bidding is done through Horse Auctions USA, and you have two different ways that you can bid. You can either use the app, the Horse Auctions USA app, or you can use your browser and bid from the website. If you're planning on doing the online bidding on a phone, an iPad, a tablet, any kind of mobile device, I'm going to encourage you to use the app. It's super user-friendly. It's very simple. You do not have to be a tech genius of any kind to operate it. Our users overwhelmingly find it very straightforward. And it's designed to work nicely on mobile devices, phones, tablets, etc. So if you want to investigate the app, you can either go to the Google Play or the App Store on the device that you're going to use and go to the search and type Horse Auctions with an S, USA, or take the device that you want to load it on, go to horseauctionsusa.com, this is our website, and click on our app right there. And then it'll give you a direct link. You just need to pick the device that you're using. If you're on an iPad, an iPhone, any kind of Apple product, obviously it's going to be the Apple Store, and Samsung, Android, all the others right here on Google Play. And again, Horse Auctions, there's an S at the end, USA, and this is what our little logo looks like. And you just click get or install, depending on the store, and you are good to go. Free to download, no problems there. For those of you who don't want to use the app or are going to be on a computer, you guys are going to go to bid, like you're placing a bid, bid.horseauctions, S at the end, USA.com. This will work on any browser, Safari, Edge, Chrome, etc. I recommend you use Google Chrome for a browser because it is the most up-to-date browser, but you use whatever browser your little heart desires. So whether you are on the website or the app, the rest of this is pretty much the same. When you first open the app, or you first navigate to the bidding website, and again, you need to have bid.horseauctionsusa.com in order to do the online bidding. It is going to bring you to our landing page, and it is going to, as the name implies, show you auctions from all over the U.S. that are coming up in the next couple of weeks. This is how it shows on the browser, and the only difference is that in the app, they're going to show vertically. But they're listed there chronologically, and there's a lot going on this weekend. So when you first get there, you're going to find that you need to navigate down to Legacy Livestock, because we've got a couple of sales going on Friday night, and then this sale is going to start earlier in the day on Saturday, so that one's there. So bam, here we are, Legacy Livestock Auction, the catalog sale at the Eiler Stables. So if you click on it, that is going to bring you to this. And this right here is basically an index, if you will, of the horses and that hay we mentioned earlier that will be selling on Saturday. So again, start time 4 o'clock for the live auction, but the online catalog is up, and they'll be making updates to this. Amber Lee is the one who will be at Legacy this weekend, and she is going to be adding more photos, more videos as things go on. So let's just kind of cruise on through this. Cute goats, just saying. These things are adorable. So those little guys are there. There's ponies. There's mules. They've got horses for all disciplines. Couple of really cool halflingers. There's a couple of halflingers. I know a lot of people are always looking for those. So there are a couple of halflingers coming. Oh, there's the other one. There's Henry. And then like I said, ranch gelding right here, really nice. This is an all-time fancy son, got over 150 points. If you're looking for a show horse, they have got a really nice set of them. This guy right here, he's by $2 million sire Light and Lena. Lots of name brand, really well-bred horses. So just kind of scroll on through. There's a Batman son. So yeah. And they've got lots of trail horses. They've got a really, really good variety and a lineup that I think pretty much anyone would be very, very proud to represent. So again, this is just an index. You can kind of go through and, peek at things. If they've got a video, it'll tell you that they've got a video. So if you want to know more about a horse, you would click on their link, and that's going to bring you to their main listing. It'll have all their information here, and if they've got a video, it'll be the second thumbnail, right? So there's his video, and it'll play right there for you. Okay, so that's kind of a little bit about how to navigate, right? You just kind of go through, and if you want to know more and you want to see all of their pictures or anything like that, just click them, and then you can scroll through all their pics and all that jazz. So that's just a little bit about how to navigate. You can also use a search feature if you're looking for something very, very specific, like a keyword. You can use this little search glass here, and you can type in your keyword, and it will populate just the lots that mention your keyword. I do want to bring everyone's attention to lot number 0. It is the very first lot. This is exactly what the name implies. It is a sale information and practice bidding lot. This lot has got all the basics about the sale. Right, it's going to give you all the basics and a little overview of the online bidding. There's a few highlight horses listed here. You can kind of just scroll through and see their pics and all that good stuff. And you can use this lot to place some practice bids, because sometimes just getting your feet wet and doing something firsthand is very, very helpful. So let's talk about how to get registered for online bidding. You'll notice under every single lot, it says register to bid. So you can click that under any little lot your heart desires. Doesn't matter which lot, you click register under any horse or hay or the practice lot, and it's going to register you for the whole auction. So when you click on that, it's going to bring up this pop-up screen. If you've never bid with Horse Auctions USA, you've never made an account with us, do not put your email and your password in here, because it's not going to find you. You're new. You're going to go down here to the bottom where it says no account, sign up here, and you're going to click on that. Go ahead and put your name, email, and make yourself a password. Make sure that's checked and click continue. The next screen it is going to bring up is the actual registration screen, and that's where you're going to put in your complete address, your phone number, and a valid debit or credit card. Now, a little word about that. Our industry, just like everything else in the world these days, is subject to scammers and, tech and all kinds of things that wreak havoc. So, unfortunately, you do have to put a card in to bid online, and Horse Auctions USA is going to put a $500 pre-authorization on that card when you register. This is just like when you rent a car, guys. It's not a charge. It's a pre-authorization. So it is going to put a hold on that money, and then it's going to release it. It's going to go away like it was never there. If you have mobile banking, odds are very, very good that you're going to get a notification from your mobile banking app, and that's going to look like a charge, and that's going to cause your heart to palpitate a little bit and potentially trigger a phone call asking me why I have charged you to register to bid. So I'm going to try to save all that and cover it here. It's not a charge. If you go in there and you actually look at your banking, it's going to show as a pending, right? And then it's going to fall off, literally going to vanish like it was never there. I hate that we have to do it, but this is just the time we live in. So I need to know that you are a real, live, breathing person over the age of 18, and that you have a way to pay for the horses that you're bidding on. So that's why we do that. You do not have to pay for the horses that you are the winning bidder on with that card, and you are actually going to pay Legacy Livestock directly, right? That's just to get you pre-authorized and all that stuff. That's why we do that. Again, I'm sorry. I know it's a pain in the butt, but we have to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself logged into my bidder account so we can talk about bidding. So once you've done that, you're good to go. When you're getting your account set up, make sure Remember Me on this device is checked, as long as you're not using a device you share with someone you don't want to have access to it. It'll just save you a lot of headaches if you're like running late on time or whatever, and you go to log in real quick. That way you're ready to go. So here I am, right? I'm registered to bid. And I am logged in, and I know I'm logged in because it shows my name up here in the upper right hand corner. And the other thing that tells me I'm both logged in and registered for this auction is that my register to bid prompts now tell me bid. You want to place a bid? So those are your visual cues that, hey, yep, I'm good to go. All right, so when we're live, you're going to click on the active lot, whatever they're selling, like if you're starting the sale. You're going to click this view live icon. And they're not live now, so it's going to tell me that. But when we are live, you're going to click that, and it's going to, right here, it's going to put the audio, the video, everything right there. And you will have real-time audio and video and all that stuff, and this is your bid button. So Amber will be there, like I said, live. She'll be bringing you this, and she's going to keep up with the auctioneer. I know some people have a hard time following an auctioneer, and if that's you, don't worry about it. You'll hear, I think Amber is the one that actually reads the pedigrees there, so you'll hear all the announcements about the horse. And then when the auctioneer goes into his chant, if you can't quite follow an auctioneer chant, never fear. Amber can, and that's her job, and she's going to make this bid button reflect what the auctioneer is asking for. So let's pretend that we're live for the moment, and this is a horse, and I want to bid on this horse, and the auctioneer is currently asking for $12.50. I'm going to click it to bid. Now I haven't bid yet. You see how it says confirm bid? I have to click it again. And I am now, without a doubt, the high bidder. It is changed to green, and it tells me I'm the high bidder. So for those of you who are going to be bidding live on Saturday, that's a big thing. Don't forget to click confirm bid, because if you just click it once and it says confirm bid, you haven't bid yet, and they're going to miss you. So make sure that you do confirm your bids, and it will tell you you are the high bidder, or it will tell you you've been outbid, you need to bid again. Okay, so that's for those of you who are going to be bidding live. So why then does it tell me I can bid on stuff now if we're not going to be live till 4 o'clock on Saturday? Well, that's because we have absentee bidding available. It's a handy dandy feature for those of you who ever used eBay. Same premise. Maybe you can't watch live tomorrow. It's a holiday weekend. I know lots of us are traveling, we're with family, etc. So maybe you're just not in a position to be able to watch live at 4 o'clock on Saturday. Or maybe, like, you know, anybody with horses, you live in rural America and you struggle with internet service, because that is the situation for lots of folks. And you know if that applies to you. If you try to download stuff or, you know, watch YouTube or whatever, and your signal always tells you you're buffering or it's lagging, then yeah, that's you. They have very good internet at Legacy. There will be no delay or lag on their end, but we can't do anything about lag or delay on yours. So make sure if you're going to be bidding live that you are in a good service area. You have good internet and or a good cell signal if you're using your phone. So if you don't, if that's you, absentee bidding. That's the answer to that. The other time I'm going to mention that maybe you want to use absentee bidding is if you find making fast decisions under pressure really, really stressful, and buying a horse is kind of a big decision. At least it is for most people. So maybe you want to think about this too, because I've had people plan on bidding live and then they kind of freeze up because the auctions situation is new, and you know, they just kind of get a little frazzled and end up missing out on the horse. So absentee bidding, how do we do that? Well, this is how we do that. I'm going to go back to our practice lot, and you guys can do this too. I want you to go ahead and go hog wild with the practice lot, knock yourselves out, place all the bids you want, because they don't count. Now, only on this lot. Don't be doing that on the real ones, but on the practice lot, have at it. So you'll notice next to that bid button, and I'm going to just go to one that I don't have a bid on so you can see what it looks like otherwise. See how there's a drop down arrow, right? So if you click on that drop-down arrow, it's going to pull up this, create a maximum bid. That's what you're looking for. So you've looked at this, you've shopped it, you've thought about it, and you know the absolute most you want to spend. That's the number you're going to put in here, okay? I'm going to put a pretty low number in here because I want you guys to get in here and knock me out. I'm going to place my max bid. Bam. I want to draw your attention to something right now. So you guys just watch me place a bid for $2,500, but you'll notice I'm still the high bidder at only $1,250. I've had people be afraid to use that option in the past because they're afraid the computer's just going to wham set you in at whatever the max is. So in this case, 2,500. It's not. All right. The computer's job is to act as your agent and bid on your behalf, right? So the name of the game is to get the horse for the lowest possible amount. So once you place a maximum bid, that computer is going to raise your bid only when it has to, only when another bidder knocks you out. And then it's going to raise it by the lowest available increment. So if the auctioneer is asking for $100 or the auctioneer is asking for $250, whatever the increment the auctioneer is asking for, that's what it's going to raise your bid by. Okay. So don't be afraid to use that. The other thing I want to tell you about absentee bidding is this. If you place an absentee bid on a horse and then it comes in and there is an observation made or an announcement made that changes this information you had available to you here when you placed your bid, Amber is going to knock your bid out of the game, right? So for example, in comes Sparky there, and Sparky is a great horse, and we had read all about Sparky, and then Sparky's owner's like, hey, by the way, he cribs at feeding time, but that wasn't in these notes. Amber's going to knock your bid out. And the reason she's going to do that is now the playing field is no longer level with you and the floor bidders, right? Now they have information you didn't have available. Or maybe like everyone's got a hard pass, right? And maybe cribbing is a hard pass for you. Like you don't want to crib her under any circumstances. It's a big thing. So use that feature with confidence. The computer's not going to, automatically set you in at your maximum, and Amber's going to knock you out if there's a game changer in the ring that differs from what was available to you. If you place those bids, I've had people do this too. You can place absentee bids and still watch live. You can always jump in live. You know what I mean? Like it's getting close to your max bid and you're like, oh no, you know what I mean? You can either increase your max bid or you can just bid live. You can do a hybrid version of those things. So those are all options that are available to you. So yeah, super excited. Legacy Livestock, again, it is this Saturday, Thurmont, Maryland at the Eiler Stables. Horse start time is 4 o'clock. So we'll be live online at 4 o'clock. This is new management at Legacy. The Eiler Stables has gone through a couple of different hands recently, and Legacy is still fairly new. They've had a few sales, and they are doing an amazing job. So if you haven't been to the Eiler Stables in a while, please go. Definitely rediscover it under the management of Legacy. They really are doing a fantastic job. And mark your calendars. They're having an equipment sale there in, I believe it's 2 weeks on the 9th. And that will be available for online bidding too. We'll have that auction built here in the online platform at the start of next week. So again, that will be the equipment auction, and that is December the 9th. Very exciting things going on in Thurmont, Maryland. If you have any problems or questions with online bidding, don't hesitate to reach out to Amber. I'm going to encourage you to text her when possible. It's a lot easier for her to answer texts, but her number is 336-564-7650. Thank you, everyone. Have a safe, happy weekend and happy bidding.